Hello and welcome to Best Laid Plans. Today we'll be doing an entire monthly setup for March. So today we're going to walk through the entire Leafy Treetops month of March and set up each page. Got my cheapy glitter washi here, my slice tool, a little itty bitty washi. Don't use a lot of it, but I am finding it handy. There's my seam gauge I use as a straight edge, my Pilot G207 pens, these Bible dry highlighters, which are very nice, and a set of tweezers from my shop. Alright, we are going to start with this goal page. I'm not really fond of all of the background colors, but I don't really have much choice right now with this next to the coil. I might play around with the washi a little bit, but I think that's probably washi's skill. That's a little bit beyond me. So let's see what we can do with the stickers. Now, this is the St. Patrick's monthly kit for March. I'm really liking the lime green with the lemon and lavender here. So I decided to carry that throughout the month. Let me point this little bit out first. I use different categories, so I take these completely out. These are quite dark, and I don't think my sticker may keep it from completely bleeding through, so let's give it a little bit of help. Now then, let's get the ribbon down. Sized it so it should just cover it up if done properly. Looks like there's going to be a little edge there on the border. I'm good with that. These are my March goals. I wasn't sure how dark this would print. Using my new clear stickers, having a lot of fun making things on them. Didn't remember that I printed these on clear. Hopefully they work out all right. This is spot for family goals. The top spot is what I use for spiritual goals. I use this little sign here for my personal goal for the month. Here is the general monthly focus. It is my personal month 8. I'm going to see here in this kit, this sticker is meant to go on the bottom here, although you can use it as a header for any of the pages. This one I'm labeling business. And instead of a number of goals, this is pretty much still launch mode for the entire month. I really like shamrocks, if you can't tell by the way I did the kit. So let's put a couple of these around. And then here are some other deco, the rest of the kit. Now let me know if you want to see an after the pen on any of these. I normally do this offline, but I am more than willing to share how I do my March focus goals. This will be the monthly layout. We're going to do that after we lay out all the rest of the pages. Here are the horizontal weekly layouts. We will do these as separate plan with me. Here is the back of the horizontal weeklies. I use this for my project page. As you can see, I've got a couple of different sized headers here, and this small one can go right there. This little ribbon is made to fit this box here. Got a lot of fuzz in the air for some reason. And I'll put my header down for my projects page. This entire layout is sticker ideas. And this side is fairly standard when I come up with ideas during the week or things that I figure out I need to do. The family says, oh, we haven't had this for a while, or can you make this? I put that in that little section. Now over here, if you don't want to use the budget page, both of these stickers are made to cover that little area without interfering over here. So I'm going to use the purple to match the previous page. Did I get it straight? Oh my goodness, I think I got it straight. It should fit right there. Now if you line it up from the bottom, like I'm always telling my children to do, then it would have been on the line, although I'm actually impressed that I got it straight. This area I use for my brainstorms. On this side, I reserved these for a fix me or an irritations list. I like the word fix me better. I've found that if you find any little thing that's bothering you, little simple things like a squeaky cabinet or the light switch panel is cracked, any little things that you keep thinking of, it's a constant little nag every day, every time you see it. These go down on this list because I have found one trip to Home Depot, knock them out in a day. It can really significantly reduce your stress level. And if I have things other than for cooking, then I put shopping here. It looks like that is a little bit too light to put over that green. Yeah, but that'll have to do for this month. Okay, I love using the Erin Condren monthly sticker packs with all of the pretty foils. And I think I'm going to use this foiled washi strip for the bottom here. Let's start from the green side here. No, I think I'm going to use it to cover up a little bit of this border. Let's see if I can put one of the other Erin Condren stickers up here in the corner. I like how those turned out. Alright, what's next? This is going to be the menu plan. Let's wipe this line out. Now these stickers fit in this box here. So I'm going to take my own advice and start from the bottom. It does look like I need to add just a millimeter or two on those. That's why it's nice to use my first runs to plan my own month and make sure those kinds of things get fixed. And let's label that menu plans. I'm also going to go ahead and lay down my shopping lists here. And more fuzz. I like to put my shopping lists on sticky notes so I can hand it to whomever is doing the shopping that week. And I will have a separate video for the monthly meal plan coming up soon. This is the last page of the horizontal weekly, and this is part of the vertical weekly layout. I have combined both layouts in one planner. I have other videos that show how I take them apart and recoil them. But I need the extra space to plan, so this is going to be a 2-page spread for garden plans. I printed out some extra headers. Doesn't look as nice as the headers on the monthly kit because I've actually used kind of cheap paper because I'm just using it for myself. So it's not as bright, but they look all right. And then this is a reprint again on my cheap paper that I've created to cover up the family home evening page. And I'll have an example of that kit when we get to those pages. So here I've actually printed out stickers of the things I need to complete in the garden for the month of March. Now many of these have a date range that they can be done on. I'm going to fill those in later. And I'm going to be using this for weather tracking because we can't plow the ground or work the soil until it's not rained for 7 days. Last year, we had it soaked for like 2 months and it put back all of our gardening and we didn't have a very good turnout because of all of that. Is this going to cover up here all the way? I don't know. Let me go ahead and wipe this out. Looks like I may be doing a little washi strip down here too. It helps if I get it done the first time. Boy, going over it another time is kind of yucky. This I'm going to line up from the top. Looks like I'm going to have that edge line there. Wipe this out next time. Alright. Yeah, I didn't perfectly size them for the pages, but I think it turned out alright. And I'll fill in my dates and I can put my weather tracker there. Perfect. Alright, on to the next set of pages. This is the second matrix spread that came from the vertical planner that I use for my homeschool plans. We decided that this prototype run was too short, didn't we? We got a little green line at the top. How about that? I'm loving these clear stickers. Doesn't work as well with the watercolor prints, so I may want to go with more solid colors. Oh, I think it looks kind of nice. What's next? This is the family home evening spread, and since I don't use the entire thing for family home evening or how they have this laid out, I've created stickers to cover up the whole thing. Although I did use one of the March designs for my garden calendar. That particular calendar came from the orange mint design. What I'm going to use here is the plum rose design that I released in February. This actually comes blank. This is a clear overlay that's available that has the month and then the scripture reading assignments for the weeks. But this way, this kit is completely customizable because they're all blank, so you can repurpose this page to be pretty much anything you want. So I'm going to lay these out the way that I have planned in the kit itself. Now this was just a test of the overlay to make sure that it worked out properly. And I thought, well, I might as well use that. Now I do have these calendars available in both a Sunday and a Monday start, and I just realized I'm going to want to make these an optional 4 or 5 weeks so you can use them for any month you wish. But what I will do, since this was the prototype that I used to test the overlay, I'm going to just cut this top bar off and move the Sunday over. Alright, let's line this up. Normally you will not have to do this. As I said, I do have this in a Sunday or Monday start. So yeah, my days may not line up perfectly. I didn't quite get this over far enough, did I? So except for the butchering of this calendar, because I printed out the wrong one, you get the idea of how they're supposed to fit here. See, so when you have yours, it'll all be one piece and it will fit perfectly over there. Oh my goodness. Okay. Now, if you can see from my butchered paper, you have some options here. You can put the decorative sticker up at the top, or you can put this sticker up with the overlay or whatever you'd like to write there. They should both fit down here as well. I thought it would be fun to put this little decorative sticker here, and it looks like it's part like a clipped photo. And then you can put this. Oh, and again, it does fit perfectly over. It might help if I had shifted it over, because I know it's the right size. I adjusted it from the last time. But yep, I have it over a little too far. Then you can use your overlay. What I wanted to do, now I normally put my Book of Mormon tracker down here. So I'll go ahead and put the March overlay here. I don't know if this was a boo-boo or not. I printed it on clear paper because I thought I would put it up here, but you know what? And the next time I probably won't use the decorative sticker here. I will put it up here, and then I can use my Book of Mormon overlay. You know what? Why don't I just go ahead and try putting it over here? This isn't quite light enough, I don't think, for the typing to show. And if not, I'll just put some undo on it and make me a new tracker. That actually works. How about that? Now this is the third section of my 90-day tracker that I use. Now on this side, this is where we plan the family night. I've still got my Deliberate Doodles stickers. I do use this for family council notes, but I split middle. I am thinking a piece of washi would be really cute there. Use one side to list down the things that we need to discuss as we think of things throughout the month, and notes for when we do have our meeting. And I've printed out a couple of cute little decorations from this set. Not exactly sure where any of this is going to fit. Had all this extra space on that clear sticker sheet. I was having all sorts of fun. This is a wonderful quote. If I were Satan, I would keep women so distraught and distracted that they would never find calming strength and serenity, catching them in the crunch of trying to be superhuman instead of realistically striving to reach their individual purpose and unique God-given potential. We must have the courage to be imperfect. That is by Sister Patricia Holland. Such an excellent quote. And that completes this particular layout for our Come Follow Me curriculum and our family page. Now we've got one more. This is our Sunday page. I do these a little bit differently too because I cover up these lesson plans. Then I have my watercolor ribbons for the Come Follow Me curriculum. And then I have these two boxes for the separate Leaf Society lessons that we have during the month. And since I had another little margin, we can go ahead and put that right there. A slightly different color because I accidentally printed these on glossy paper. For this side, I usually print a little coloring sticker because I find if I'm coloring during somebody's talk, it helps me focus better, strangely enough. But I didn't print anything yet, so I'm going to leave that the way it is and move on to the next set of pages. This second monthly spread I will be using for my social media calendar as soon as I have it launched. Right now, it's just a mess of setting up all of the accounts and getting all of that organized. But what I will use this calendar for is to check off if I've got posts on the different social media platforms every day. The plan is to use these vertical weekly spreads for memory planning. I have not gotten to it yet. I have been fairly good at keeping track of highlights for the day, taking more pictures, and I plan on doing that when I get time. But to be honest, this launch and the business was a little bit more important, although it might be fun to go back and do some of that over the next few months. And these last pages in February I used completely for the launch setup. And I think that actually finishes us out for the month. Now this is the back page of the planner. I am going to be recoiling the next 3 months into here about midway through March. In post, the monthly setup took a lot longer than expected, so I'm going to finish up with a little slideshow. What kinds of things do you like in your planner in addition to your monthly or weekly pages? Let me know in the comments below. I really enjoyed having you here for my setup. Please join me next time for my monthly planning for March. This is like the crookedest month of stickers ever.